Hello Gemini, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of August 2019, focusing on your career and work life. So I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of July and see what is in store for you for August. So the first card for you representing the beginning of the month or the present position of your spread, or you have the Ten of Hearts. So the Ten of Hearts here indicates that towards the beginning of the month, it looks like that you may have got quite a good news about your house, about your home. Maybe you are selling your home or your house, selling your property. Maybe you get a good news like people are interested in buying your property, people are interested in buying your house, and those type of things. So I do see that you have been quite concerned on that. Maybe it takes longer than what it should be when you put it on sale, nobody contacting you, nobody interested in you and your house and things like that. But it just looks like that for some of you it may be happening here towards the beginning of the month. Other than that, it looks like that you may have been like getting a lot of attention from your parents and your spouse, your families and friends with regards to your personal life, and they are really supporting you in your career. So I do not see any problems so far, especially in terms of your career life, but you do say that you have a good life balance as well, good like relationship with your parents and your friends and families. So the next card that you have representing the influence card towards the middle of the month, or the bridge card, you have the Three of Spades. Okay, this is pretty weird, I would say, because it looks like the beginning of the month you have been like happy and quite have a good relationship with your surrounding environments, but it looks like that towards the middle of the month everything shifted. And this can be because of some of the news that are coming towards you. I don't see it as somebody trying to like hurt your feelings and such. I do not see it in your readings here. I don't feel it that way. It just looks like that maybe this kind of thing can be like a disappointing news, or the things that you expect so much, when you put so much of your hopes, and then when it doesn't materialize, you will feel very hurt, and you feel hurtful. You won't be happy to hear this kind of news. I do say that this kind of news is related to your work as well. This can be like relocations if you don't expect relocations, or maybe changing department if you don't expect to do so, or maybe like getting downgraded to do a different job that you don't like. This kind of thing happen, and this can be something that is not really a pleasant news for you. I do not see any related issue with your peers and your families, or even like your colleagues, your work colleagues. I do not see that. I do see it more into like news that you heard, or even like if you apply for a job in the past, maybe it doesn't really pay off. It doesn't really give you any positive feedback on that. This can also be one of those things. So the next card that you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Joker card reverse. So the Joker card reverse here indicates that maybe there was a false start, or something that you hope it will start in the past, but maybe it didn't, possibly because of the Mercury retrograde, or else it start, but maybe they delay the starting dates. Like maybe if you're applying for a job, it can be also one of the things that are the same here, the same situations. Maybe you will get the news within the month of August, middle of the month, that actually make it even worse. Like maybe in the past you have already known that maybe you will start in the month of as early as August, but then the company, maybe they delay the starting date. Maybe they will expect you in the next month, like September or things like that. But actually, maybe they cancel it in the end. I don't know what happened. It depends on your situations here. But I do see that you have kind of a lot of expectation on this thing. Maybe if you apply for relocations to the several certain places, but you don't get it in the end, and that can also quite challenging too. You know, you don't like the way it is, but you need to go with that too. So the next card that you have representing the things that you learned from the past, you have the 5 of diamond. So I think the initial situations here, why you did apply to this job and why you are angry or sad or disappointed when you don't get it, I think mostly is because of the financial problems that you have. Maybe you have a big debt that you need to pay off, and that's require you to switch job or to change the job to get higher pay. And those type of things can be something that is really normal these days, like people jumping from one job to the next just because of their salary. But there is something underlying things that you needed to take note here as well, that possibly sometimes money is not everything, you know, like mostly is the satisfaction of your jobs or what you do is actually giving you a full happiness. And that can be something you needed to have these days. Instead of just money, it's better to have like a satisfaction in your current jobs. If that is not there, so it's time to you for leaving the job. So the next one that you have representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the 4 of spade. So the 4 of spade here indicates that you have actually quite interesting here. You have 3 and 4. So the things that you need to let go of is like maybe you needed to start letting go those disappointment, you know, those kind of fears of rejections, and you just need to try again, you know. Maybe you have been bogged down in the past, like it's really disappointing, you don't want to do it again, you don't want to try again to raise up and try to do it, you know, like maybe you have been bogged down so many times. But yeah, it's just depending on how you can raise up again, you know. It doesn't mean that when you get a failure, you don't get accepted or you don't get a job, it doesn't mean that you are failure. No, it's just not, maybe it's not meant to be for you, you know, like maybe the job is not good, you know, like because of that, then the job is not meant for you, because you will be disappointed when you get those jobs, those type of things. So the next card that you will have representing the future cards towards the end of the month, you have the 10 of diamond. So you have double 10 here. It looks like that you have been completed a cycle. So towards the end of the month, it looks like that you have maybe discovered the real truth of the matter. Maybe because that company is not doing well financially, that's the reason why they cancel it, you know. Like why you should work for the company that almost bankrupt, you know, or will have like financial problems, you know. That's something that you need, you know. In the end you realize those, you know, in the end. That's one of the examples here, but doesn't mean always be like that, because everyone has different situations here. So it looks like that by the end of the month you will start like appreciating what you have. So the 10 of diamond, it doesn't always mean that you have the money that you need, but possibly you have the satisfaction on the things that you have right now. So you feel gratitude of having enough money, you know. You have what you need, not what you want, but it can be what you need for now, and that can be something important. So lastly here, to clarify the whole readings for your August 2019, focusing on your career, at the bottom of the deck you have the 3 of club. So yeah, overall everything will go smoothly if you open yourself You know, don't close yourself, not to like, don't be judgmental toward others people as well. Just be open-minded. Maybe because of that, that the job is not good for you, that's the reason why you don't get it, those type of mindset. Try to be open and also be positive as well. No matter what it is, you will always get what you want if you try again. So try to move forward with whatever it is that you have or you don't have, and just see what happens. So I think that's overall readings here. It's quite positive. It depends on where you look at it. So I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notifications every time we publish a new video. And if you can donate to our channel, you too can do so by sending your donation via PayPal to this email. And see you next month. Thank you.